Hi guys, Peter Drew here. This is the ultimate GMB Map Blaster software tutorial. So navigate to where you downloaded the software, double click. That brings up the installation software. Agree the terms and install. So it helps if you close the software before you reinstall it. As you can see, there's two versions here. That also shows you that you can run two versions of this software concurrently or at the same time, which is awesome. I'll go into that a bit more in a minute. I'll just close those applications. The easy way to close them is to Control-Alt-Delete, sort by name, press the letter M, and there you go. I'll just kill them here. And they're both gone. Okay, continue on. So here is where you find the Map Blaster software after you install it. Go to Start menu, scroll down to M, Map Creator. As you can see, I've slid that tile over here with all my other softwares: Twitter Citation, Google Indexer, GMB Dominator, GMB Embed, GMB Activity Spy, our Blogger software, Trust Tracker, our GMB Goal Detector, FB Life Pro, Hangout Millionaire, and WP Builder, which is on hold just at this second. So that's where you go, and then click on there to fire it up, and off you go. After you install, if you have a firewall, a third-party firewall on your computer, you'll need to give access to the software like I just did there. So that's one copy. With this software, you can run two versions of this software at the same time on your computer. That also means that you can run two different projects at the same time on the one computer. And there's the second one. Boom. So this video is purely an operational, instructional tutorial. To learn strategy, there is a PDF on the forum which you can download to learn more about the strategy involved in learning how to get the best out of this software. So for now, we'll just focus on one. We're using the existing project. So here is the title that goes at the top of each Google Map created, and we also have Spintax here. If you remove that, here are the instructions: 100 characters. You can use keyword and Spintax. I'll just explain this keyword token, so I'll just put that there for now and come back. So this is where you put the keywords. If you put the keyword token in the title, each map it creates, the first map it will replace the keyword token with this keyword. The second map it creates, it will use this token. So this is a really powerful feature. Third map created, it will use that one, and so forth. So we'll go back. So I will use that keyword token. Now we've also got Spintax. So we've also got Spintax ability in this title in the software. Now also take note, this title is limited to 100 characters. So take note of your keywords and how long they are. In my mind, the main purpose to create these maps is to generate backlinks, relevant Google entity backlinks back to your GMB or the website that you are promoting. These do rank sometimes, and if you're going for ranking, having the keyword twice in the title helps. I don't do that, but it's an option. So I'll use one keyword token and Spintax. Could be the main location that you are targeting for this project. So here it could be Gold Coast pipe So the Spintax works like this. It randomly chooses one of these two terms in this Spintax syntax each time it creates a map. You can do two options or put another pipe there. And so that would be keyword, either Gold Coast, Robina Gold Coast, or Mudgeeraba each time a map is created. So we'll leave it there. So when you create a Google map, you have the ability to add tags to that Google map. And this is where you place the tags in the software. And the instructions for the tags are written there. Tags separated by comma, optional Spintax, and we can also use a keyword token like in the title. So I'll put the keyword token there and put a comma. And then I'll put the rest. I don't really need Spintax, but that ability is there if you want to use it. Now, the next tab, or the next field, is the main site URL. So what you see here, and if you haven't seen this before, the G page short URL for GMBs, it's your lucky day. We go into this in the strategy PDF document. So I'll leave that for there, but this is where you put the main site URL that you'd like to promote. This doesn't need to be a GMB, it can be any website that you like, or any link pointing to a stack, totally up to you. So you cannot put more than 200 characters in the tag section. Good, so that error came up, and I'll just remove that one, and then that will be good. Now, this is really important. In our other softwares, typically you would navigate to a folder on your hard drive that stores the relevant images. It's different in this software. In this software, you put the full path to images stored on a website. Actually, I've got a bit ahead of myself here. What I like to do before I start a project is open up a new text file for this in particular project. Here I list all the keywords. Here I list all the tags, which are generally generated from the keyword list above. YouTube URL, the NAP info for the GMB that I'm promoting, the main website URL, the business site URL, the CID, and the short URL. Then I have the article content here. So I've got that all in one location so I can always refer back to it. Once I've created this text file with all this information, then it's just a simple copy and paste operation into the software. And click next. Okay, so you need the full path to images stored on the web. Typically, I'll have a bunch of images. I'll upload them to, I'll FTP them to one of my sites and get the full path. But typically, if you can't do that, you go to the main website and just grab as many images as you can from there, like half a dozen. So I go to image, and then I'm in Chrome, and I go copy image address. And then put that image there. So if I put that in the browser, there you'll see that image. So that's one. Let's double check that. Yep, perfect. Put that in the text file. Right click, copy image address. Let's check that it's working. It does. Alt tab. Any more images? Copy image address. Already got those. Okay, that's enough now. Control C to copy and paste. So that's done. Now each time the software creates a new map, it will randomly choose one of these images to put at the top of the map along beside the YouTube URL. So if you've got 10 keywords, if you put one image, every one of those maps created will have that one image. If you have 2 images, 50% of those maps will have that image. So I like to have as many different images as possible. The more the better. For this example I'll use 5 and that's fine. And similarly for the YouTube links, if you put one YouTube link, that will be in every map created by this software. The more YouTube links you put in there, the software will randomly choose one of those YouTube links each time it creates a new map. Now while we're on YouTube, remember that each of these YouTube videos embedded in maps counts as an embed and helps to its ranking in the YouTube search environment. So if you've got a YouTube video you need to rank, or you'd like to rank higher, use that video or a bunch of videos. Now what's also important is, since you're embedding these videos in Google Maps, that gives extra relevance or extra weight to the links in the description of the videos that you put in this software or that get embedded in the Google Maps. So using the software increases the power of the links inside the description of the YouTube videos, which is a really important point which we address further in the strategy PDF report. So we've covered that. I'll just leave that one for now and click on next. So here is the most powerful section of this software. In this section you can add literally as many Google accounts as you like by simply adding the Gmail address, password, click on add, and boom, it goes up in there. So this is how this works. Once you add your Google accounts over there, you can push them over into the right hand section, and that is what the software will use in this project. So if you have one Google account here and click next, it will create one map for each keyword that you have in this section. If you put 2 Google accounts here, it will create one map for each keyword for the first Google account, and then it will restart again using the second Google account and create one map for each keyword using the second Google account. So that's twice as many, and as many as you push over there, it will create one map per keyword for each Google account you enter. So for this demo I'll just use one Gmail address. So over here I went overboard. I used too many keywords. Typically I like to use 8 to 10 keywords per project. The reason being is I go conservative on my Google accounts to ensure they last a long time. As I'm sure you know, aged Google accounts work a lot better than brand new ones. So I do my best to make sure I don't spam the death out of my Google accounts so they last forever, and the longer I use them, the more powerful they become. So I'll do 10. Sweet. The best way to get longevity out of your Google accounts is to use more Google accounts here and less keywords here. If you wanted to do, for example, if I wanted to create 100 maps, I've got 10 keywords. I'd put 10 Google accounts here and move them over. Or I could put 20 and just do 5 keywords. And typically that would be better. You're putting less pressure on your Google accounts. you're doing less work to each account, which means the less chance they get picked up by any spam filters, etc. So in this project, I've got one Google account. Where was it? 10 keywords. Click next. Now, here we are on the location section of this software. And this is the logic of this software. If you only put one location here, that means for those 10 keywords, or for those 10 keywords which produce 10 maps, they will all use this location. If you have multiple locations, the first map will use this one, second this one, third this one, and so forth. And then when it gets to the bottom, it will start from the top again. So it works its way down the list. So you can put one location if you like, if you really want to target one suburb, one surrounding suburb of your GMB, you can do that, or you can put multiple locations and go wide, which is generally what I do. So here is where you put your article content. Okay, so here's where it gets fun. First of all, you grab your article, so you go back to your document, or the text file you created with all your content. I like to do around 300 words, which is about there. Paste that in there. Now, we're about to make some Spintax, so before you click on the Make Spintax button, you put in commas up here the words that you don't want spun, which of course is important. So you put your main keywords, etc. up there, click on Make Spintax. Boom, it has been spun. Now that's part one. Part two is where it gets fun. So what I do is I push that down a bit. So that's all completed the Spintax section. Now I'll go back to my text file. And this is where I put my nap, which is an exact replica of the GMB. It needs to be exact. And that is how we create a citation. That goes there. Thank you very much. So in this example, one account, 10 keywords, that's going to create 10 maps. That's 10 additional citations from a Google entity out on the web. Thank you very much. Also, this is covered more in the strategy report, but for the first half a dozen runs, I like to put all the links relative to this project in this section here. This is the description of the maps that are being created. This all gets indexed. So here we've got the main website URL, the business, the CID, and the short URL. So I'll put those all in here just for the first few runs, because we don't want to send too many direct links to these. After, say, for example, if I had 5 accounts, 5 Google accounts, 10 keywords, I'd do a run of 50, and then I would remove this content and swap it with other links that I describe in the strategy report. So we're not sending direct links to these links here. We will be sending tiered links, and which we'll address later. An example of that would be, I'll go to the bottom. What's important to know is the location of the PDFs created, that the software creates, and they're stored on your hard drive. You just go to My Documents. You go to My Documents, Ultimate GMB Map Blaster, PDFs. And here are the PDFs. So here are the links created. So what I'll do here is copy that link and put that at the bottom. That is a previous map I've created, which has got these links inside them, so you get the idea. These are the tiered links, so when Google indexes these links, those links are the previous maps created which have these links in them. So for the second run, I will remove this content and put the links to the maps created at the bottom of here. Generally, I'll do 2, 3, 4, or 5 links of previous maps created at the bottom here. Additionally, if you've got my Twitter citation and link monster software, this is also an amazing place to drop the links from the previous tweets and moments created, put them in here. If you've got my Google Site Indexer with the nitrous linking, you can put the links to previous Google sites created here as well for unlimited tiered linking. So you see how all these softwares are tying together very nicely. Okay, so that's done. Click on next. Boom. Okay, so I'll fire this up and let it run and do one project, and you can see how it works. And I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit here forever. And I'll record how long it takes. There you go, 11:28. So I'll start now. And we'll see how long it takes to create, what was it, 10 maps. Okay, cool. I'll be back in a bit. That's my firewall, so I allow it because I've just installed the new software. You only need to do that one time. There you go. I'll be back. Okay, so there's a nice little surprise at the end. We are pinging all those links that the software just created. And how long did it take? So 11:59. I can't remember what the time was when we started, but we actually did 12 maps, not 10. And I will display in edit how long exactly that took per Google Map created. And remember, that was only one software. I could have run that exact same project again with the same Google account, but you don't want to use the same Google account. You would choose a different Google account. Here, I'll just bring that back. I could have run 2 in exactly the same amount of time, because with this software you can run 2 softwares at the same time on your computer for 100% more efficiency, which is extremely cool. Now the project is finished and it produces a PDF, and the PDF has got all the keywords that we use. Now we put the keywords that we use, so if you decide to upload this PDF to drive.google.com, which we go over more in the strategy report, that will make this PDF extremely keyword friendly, obviously. And it provides the email, the Gmail that you use to produce this. So for example, if you have, excuse those birds in the background, we live in a rural area here. So getting back to this PDF report. So for example, if you've got a client that's paying you monthly and he stops paying you, you know exactly which Gmail account was used to create those maps, and you can go to maps.google.com find these maps and delete them if you like, or you can get your VA to edit each of those maps and swap out their links and put your new client's links in there. So it produces one page per Google account. So in this instance, we only used one Google account, so there's one page. You go down the bottom, nothing there. But if you use 10 Google accounts, for example, this would be 11 pages. First page with the keywords, and then each page with the different variations of the Google Map links. And if you are running two softwares, you will get two PDF reports at the end. So let's have a look at the maps that it created. Very nice. So if you click on here, that's the video. This is the content we posted. There are the links to the previous maps created. And if you click next, you will see the image. So the image and the YouTube video is uploaded. Thank you very much for each map created. And one more point here, if you want to speed it up, if you leave the images field empty, it will just upload the YouTube videos. But I like to have as much content on each map as possible. So to recap, before you start a project, open a new text file, and you'll need, so this is my text file. I've got my keywords here, I've got my image links here, I've got links to previous maps created, and I used Spintax. I'll show you how the Spintax works now. So grab your PDF. You've got these two links. Copy them, Control C, paste them there. So here I'll put curly brackets, pipe, and then curly brackets. So every time that goes into the article field of the software, each time a map is created, it will choose one of those two links, which means you can just add more variants to each map created, and you can fit in more links. So I could put all that in there together like that, and then I have links going out to previous maps created. So I've got the keywords, I've got the tags here separated by commas. There's a limit to 200. While I'm here, what I love about this text editor that I'm using right now, which is Soup Note Tab Lite 7.1 freeware version. Google that, grab this, it's awesome. So this editor is awesome, and I'll show you why. So I just highlight there, and it shows me down here selection size 198. So I know that's 198 characters. That we have a limit of 200 characters in tags, or the Google Maps has a limit of 200 characters for tags. So there you have it, guys. If you've got any questions whatsoever, ask in the thread below. Just look on petestrafficsuite.com. You'll see the ultimate GMB Map Blaster forum. Find the thread, the video tutorial thread, and then feel free to ask any questions on there, and we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.